Hi kids, my name's Nicole and this is Let's Make Art, and you are here to paint with Ella and I.
Me.
And how old are you?
10.
You're 10 now.
10.
And we are painting a pretty
Sloth.
Oh. And we thought it'd be awesome to have Ella on this video because her mom
Loves sloths.
loves, which her mom's Sarah Gray.
She
You
has
didn't know that.
a bracelet that has a sloth charm in it and 3 sloth shirts.
Oh, yeah, a lot. So you can paint this for her and give it to her.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so the supplies we're using are, we have an outline. You will see it's already printed on here. Now, if you don't have this, go to our website and type in Sloth Family and you can paint along with us. We have 3 colors that we're using. We're using burnt orange, so if you have an orange, that would be great. We're using emerald green, which again, if you have a green, that would be great. And Payne's gray or black would also work well. And then we have our water, our brush, our palette. And the last thing is Ella and I already taped our paper down. We're using our favorite Holbein soft tape so that our paper doesn't move. Oh,
Yes.
and show them this.
Toothbrush.
Toothbrush, not to brush your teeth.
Oh.
But we're gonna use this to paint with to make the fur. So this will be a really fun project to do that with. Okay, let's do the motto. You do it.
I am brave.
I am brave.
I am kind.
I am kind.
And I am creative.
And I am creative.
Do this.
Let's do this.
Boom.
You did that so well.
That was so clear.
Good
I
job.
struggled through the whole thing. I couldn't even think straight.
Okay, so grab your brush. We're gonna start with a brush. And fake out. Oh, it does sound like a hairbrush. Okay, let's actually set that back down because we're gonna do our colors really quickly. So we're going to mix a brown. So you hold the gray. So we're gonna do 6 drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of orange, and she's gonna do 1 drop. So basically brown is like a burnt orange, which is funny, this is called burnt orange. So this will help make our brown. Thank you very much. Boom, we just made brown. So let's use our brown we painted, and we're gonna paint the stick that our sloths are hanging on. So you're gonna paint your sticks along. Now, when you're doing this, you don't have to press very hard. The fun thing about watercolors, if you even see how Ella's doing it, just really lightly touching the paper. Oh, Ella, that's so pretty. It's fun because she has more waters on her, so it made that really pretty ombre look.
It's hard to paint with the tip of the brush.
You're doing really good at it. What? Tell me, why do you think it's hard? Because you want to push really hard?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I usually push really hard. I broke like several crowns.
I do that too, though.
Colored piece of paper. Like I can't even count how many crayons I broke,
That's okay.
even though I can count.
You can do multiplication.
Yes, I can. And division.
Whoa, snap, that's cool.
And subtraction. And subtracting and adding and dividing fraction.
Whoa. And maybe at some points Keenan can give us some fun facts about
Sloths?
sloths.
I can do that for sure.
Okay, cool. So while Ella's finishing up her branch, I want to show you the next step is we're taking this brown that we made and we're going to make a lighter brown. And so if you've painted with us before, whenever you want to make a lighter color, you add
Water.
boom. So we're going to take this brown and I'm going to put some on my palette. Is this in the shot? There we go. And I'm going to dip my brush in water and I'm going to add water to our brown. So Ella and I will have a really, really light brown. Okay, let's see what happens. So we're gonna test it out. Yeah, so if you want it to be darker, you add more brown. If you want it to be lighter, you add water. Now, so we're gonna paint the whole body, everything. So you're gonna paint over it all. Yeah. And for this one, it's okay if you press harder actually, because you're doing such a big surface. Whoa, and mine was wet. so it touched the brown, which looks really cool.
That's a really soft brown, and I like it.
Yeah? Can you
Yes.
see it?
Yeah, it looks great.
Reminds me of white.
Because it's really almost barely there.
It reminds you of white? The brown? That's funny.
Just made us some more. Oh, so you can actually paint over the baby too. Because we're going to paint over the baby. Yeah.
She's so tiny.
The little baby.
It's a tiny baby.
think it's
Reminds me
fun.
of my baby brother. He just hangs on everything.
He's a little sloth. Here's an interesting fact.
Okay, tell us.
Without sloths, there would be no avocados.
What?
Excuse me?
Yeah, that's all the information I can give you.
What?
Was that a joke?
Nope, that's real.
Without sloths.
There would be no avocados.
Question.
Answers.
How are avocados related to?
Sloths?
Sloths.
Excellent question. Let me see if I can figure out a more clear answer for you.
Yeah, that would really help. Getting my messy because we're painting a background.
Yes, that's okay. And also paint the claws. Forgot about that too.
Oh, I forgot to paint his leg.
Oh yeah, that extra part. Sweet.
Don't worry, his leg will be colored.
Okay, the next step is we are going to make another color actually, because we're going to paint this part, and these are called the eye patches of the eye. So can you do 1 drop of both of those? So we're going to make a dark brown. So Ella's going to mix 1 drop of gray and 1 drop of orange, and that's going to make a darker brown because there's less orange in it. So the eye patches are what we're going to use this color for. So what we're going to do is Ella and I are going to use the heated craft tool, and you're going to turn it on, and we're going to dry our paper. So if you don't have that, you can take a snack break because we need this to be fully dry before we paint on top of it. Okay? So do it. Okay, so Ella dried all of ours. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna paint the eye patches. So you get to pick, because you're creative. Do you wanna use the light brown or the dark brown? Because I realize we have both.
Dark brown.
Dark brown, okay. So dip your brush in water, hit it off to the side.
You choose what color you want.
You choose. Maybe if you do dark brown, I'll do light brown.
Okay.
So you're going to paint the eye patches, which are these parts of the eyes.
Hmm?
Yeah, that part. And then on the baby, you gotta do that one too. So when you're painting these, if you're using a big brush, you don't have to press really, really hard.
You can't. It looks like black on mine.
That's cool. Oh yeah, because there's a lot of paint right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And
It'll
if,
dry out too, the right color though.
yeah,
I'm not worried.
totally. And I like the dark too. And a fun fact about these eye patches are that they are unique to each sloth, just like our fingerprints. And actually, Ella, we learned this about the tiger, that the tiger's fur is unique to them too.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It was the fur?
Yeah, like fingerprints for tigers.
Okay, so the next step is now we're gonna let that dry and we're gonna move to our toothbrush. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna make the fur on your sloth. So to do that, you're gonna dip your brush in water. And then you can pick either color if you wanna do both, or you can just do one and pick a color. And you're gonna paint and make fur. So you'll see when we do this, yeah, is make the fur of your sloth. We might need to make more. I'll make us some more. So yeah, if you need to make more, paint more, make more, but you're gonna keep adding fur. It's okay, it can be, because the fur is all different colors. It's not all just one color.
Yeah, like in the example.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in real life, they're all kind of a mix of colors. Oh, cool. Yeah, so keep going. Keep mixing.
How much stronger do you think a sloth is than we are? Oh, also, I have the answer to the question that you asked about the avocados.
Okay, tell
Yes.
us.
It's kind of weird, maybe a little gross, but it's fascinating.
Okay.
Without sloths, there would be no avocados. The extinct giant ground sloths were some of the only mammals that had digestive systems large enough to process the huge avocado seeds whole. So they would eat the avocado entirely, roll around in different areas, and leave them behind.
Interesting.
Totally interesting.
That was not what I was expecting.
Nope. So now I'm looking at avocados differently.
That's okay. So yeah, you can play with the different textures of it, and then we can add more. So the cool thing is if you have the dark, maybe you go and do some light strokes. Yeah, get that in.
I like the light brown better.
Okay, add some light brown. Now, if you'll see, I did these strokes this ways, but Ella's doing them that way, so it's so cool to see what different strokes you can create. But if you need to, maybe you move your brush in a different direction if it's easier to get the strokes that way. There's so many different ways you can use this. But their fur is kind of long and like this. So that's what we're imitating. Now I'm gonna go around my baby.
Sloths are blind?
Yes.
What?
You knew that?
No.
What? Yes.
Well, is this real? I need some answers.
Keaton's just telling us some random facts.
That probably aren't true.
Okay, so keep mixing in different colors. I kind of added a little bit of orange in.
Interesting.
Kind of fun to see. I love that. Look at all that.
Whoa.
Look at Ella's.
Looks like a dream sloth with the, I don't even know how to describe that. That looks
It
amazing.
looks like pixels.
Yeah, it does kind of look like pixels.
Oh, I'm gonna add some.
So sloths are mostly blind.
Wow.
They have a very rare condition called rod monochromacy, which means that they completely lack cone cells in their eyes. As a result, all sloths are colorblind, can only see poorly in dim light, and are completely blind in bright daylight.
Wow.
That's interesting.
And then the fact that they climb and the babies hang on them
Yeah,
and they're blind.
maybe that's why they're so slow. Physically, they've got to like touch everything to get through the jungle.
So much sense.
They've got to be very sure before they like make a decision.
Okay, so the next step is we are going to do the eyes. So let's use our black or our gray. And is yours dry? Nope, it's a little bit wet. So mine's a little bit wet too. So let's use, either take a snack break or we're gonna use our tool again and dry the patches so then we can add our eyes.
Yep.
You got it. So we're back. Ella dried ours, so grab your brush, clean it off. And now what I want you to do is I want you to make sure you hit the side of your cup so it's not too wet, and maybe even use your paper towel. And the reason why is you're just gonna need just a little bit of paint on here. And if you get too much, you can even spin it like this. And we're gonna really practice, like you were saying, just use the very tip of your brush. And the reason why is we're gonna do 2 half arches on your eyes, so they're like smiling at you. So you're gonna do a curve and a curve, and then do the nose. So you're gonna do an oval and then a smiley face. Look, our sloth fish came to life. I love it. It's like a side one. And then do the same thing for your little baby. So draw them really, really tiny, really, really tiny. Good job, Ella. So it's so cool. So we're just really lightly pressing.
I see its face.
Look how cute. Awesome. Okay, now clean your brush because we're gonna switch colors. So I'm gonna squeeze out some green for Ella and I. We're gonna use a lot because we're gonna paint the background. What?
Background.
Yeah. Yep, you're right. So we're gonna paint our background, so that's green. So we're going to add color to our background. So we're going to do the whole thing. So use this green. We're going to do it.
Cool. That's a good green.
Yeah. It kind of has some like highlighter yellow parts to it. So we're going to paint this whole thing.
Background, not the sloth.
You're right, background. Okay, so we painted the whole thing and Ella's finishing up the rest of hers, but I want to show you, if you want to add some leaves to your branch, maybe you add some green and you are going to draw leaves. So draw a curve, and there's a leaf. And you can add a line in the center, so you can draw a lot of them, maybe coming off.
Ooh, those are good little leaves.
Thanks, Ella, for refilling. You're awesome. So yeah, you can add some leaves. You get to make this painting your own. So this is the fun thing about being an artist and being creative, is that you get to do what you like. So maybe in your background you add, I don't know why, I just thought of if you add some birds back here.
Yep, birds. Ooh, maybe
An avocado.
avocado.
Since you have green. You can add some fun things to it. And you made it your own. Good job, Ella.
Nice green.
Yes! So this was so much fun. We did this all. You did this all. Had so much fun. Now we can. Oh, did you do water explosions?
Yep.
Ella!
Ooh,
That's a great
cool.
idea. So isn't this fun? We love painting together. We love painting with you. So thank you for being with us. And share with us what you make. So we have an Instagram called Let's Make Art Kids. We have a Facebook group called Let's Make Art Kids Project. So please join both. Show us. And always remember that you're brave, kind, and so creative. And we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.